New tonight, the Woodbury County Board of Supervisors has agreed on the maximum amount that board members can vote to increase the county's property tax levy. That said, no board member has proposed raising taxes.
And the vote came during the board meeting tonight, and so the proposed maximum tax levy increase will be presented at a public hearing that's happening March 28th. So supervisors approved an 8.82% maximum tax levy increase for urban property and a 10.83% maximum tax levy increase on rural property. Woodbury County Finance and Budget Director Dennis Butler says the reason for an increase in the urban tax levy is the cost associated with increased staffing for the new law enforcement center. He says the reason for the increase in the rural levy is associated with a secondary road levy that's going up. Even though supervisors approved the maximum tax levy increase, the county has proposed a 1-cent property tax cut as well as a flat tax. Board Chairman Matthew Ung says it's his intention to keep the tax rate level or provide tax relief.
When we need to use reserves, we use them. When we don't, we build those up so that we have a something to go to besides property taxpayers and increasing those tax rates. So that's important when you have runaway inflation, supply chain issues.
Ung says the county is awaiting guidance following a rollback percentage error. That's by the state legislature. That could cost cities and counties statewide a total of $700,000 in lost revenue. The final budget hearing will take place March 28th. That's where the county will certify its budget.